Today's video is about using table of outcomes and two-dimensional grid to find the probabilities. Guided practice 1. The table below shows the number of left and right-handed tennis players in a sample of 50 males and females. If you are given a table for the probability problems, first of all, you need to set up one more row and one more column for the total number. Three plus 2 is 5. 29 plus 16 is 45. We will get 50 here. So 3 plus 29, that's 32. 2 plus 16 is 18. 32 plus 18 equals 50. Yeah, make sure you add horizontally and add vertically. You will get the same answer. If a player was selected at random from the group, find the probability that the player is male and left-handed. This table clearly shows to you that 3 players who are male and left-handed. Therefore, 3 over 50. Remember, you always divide it by the total number. That will be the probability. For B, right-handed. From this table, you could see how many students who are right-handed. 45. So we do 45 over 50. Reduce 9 over 10. For C, we need a probability that the player is right-handed, given that the player selected is a female. First of all, since this is a conditional probability, but you could clearly see how many people who are female. That is 18. So this will be 18. Among these 18 people, how many players are right-handed? That's 16. So 16 over 18, 8 over 9 will be the solution. Or if you want to, you can use that formula. We're looking for probability right-handed given that it's a female. You will get probability right-handed and a female over probability of a female. Right-handed and a female from the table, you could see 16. 16 over 50. Probability of a female, that is 18. So 18 over 50. Reduce, you get the 16 over 18, still 8 over 9. Let's go to another example for probability in table. A survey of some people is carried out by a market research organization in 2 different cities, Houston and Dallas. The people are asked which fruit they prefer out of apple, pear, and banana. The table below summarizes their response. We know that when we have a probability about a table, we need to figure out the total first. So we do one more row and one more column. We add, that's 100. This is 120, 180, 190, 210, 400. One person is chosen at random from those surveyed. Find the probability that this person doesn't prefer pair. Altogether, we have 120 people who prefer pair. Total people, that's 400. Therefore, we do 400 minus 120 over 400. You will get the 280 over 400 equal 0.7. For second, prefers Apple given that they live in Houston. Live in Houston, that is 190 people live in Houston. Given that, go to denominator. So we have 190 as denominator. Among 190 people who are living in Houston, how many of them prefer Apple? 46. Reduce, you will get a 23 over 95. For second question, we can use a conditional property formula. Prefer Apple, so we do probability of Apple given that live in Houston, so I use H. You will get the probability of Apple and Houston over probability of Houston. You will get Apple and Houston, that is 46 over 400. Houston people altogether is 190 over 400. Reduce, you will get the same answer. 22 over 95. Let's go to number 3. Prefers Apple or lives in Dallas. How many people who prefer apples? That is 46 and 55. How many people who are living in Dallas? We have 55, 37, 118 people. Then you could say 55, you add twice. Therefore, for this kind of problem, you need to add 46 plus 55 only once, plus 37 plus 118, then over 400 equals 255 over 400. Then you can reduce. You will get 51 over 80. Let's go to B. 2 people are chosen at random from those surveyed. Find the probability that they both prefer banana. We know altogether 180 people who prefer banana. So we get the 180 over 400. That's the first person. The second person, you will get the 179 over 399. Because this is a dependent event, remember your denominator minus 1. So we put into calculator. 537 over 2660. That's the probability. Let's go to two-dimensional grid problems. A cone and a pentagon spinner with the sectors 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 A. Draw a grid to illustrate the sample space of possible outcomes. As we know, Pentagon has a section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will draw label as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For a corn, has two options, either head or tail. So I do head, tail. Then get the intersection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We call this is a two-dimensional grid. For B, how many outcomes are possible? You will get how many green dots. That is 10. So we say 10. Use your grid to determine the chance of getting, which means the probability, a tail and a 3. That means this point. So you have 1 over 10. For second one, a head and an even number. Head and an even number, 1, 2. Therefore, you have 2 over 10. That is 1 over 5. Look at the third, an odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore, 6 over 10. That means 3 over 5. A head or a 5. First of all, check head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is or a 5. That means this one. Also, so we have 6 over 10. That means 3 over 5.